What low-status job actually made you wealthy? My father refused to eat at McDonald's after I started working there. Said he didn't raise his son to flip burgers for minimum wage, especially with my business degree from Northwestern. I was 23, MBA in finance. Had interviews lined up at consulting firms. The whole professional trajectory mapped out perfectly. Dad owned a small accounting practice, worked 60-hour weeks to pay for my education, never took vacations, drove the same Honda Civic for 12 years. Also, I could make something of myself. When the economy crashed and my job offers evaporated, he was devastated. At my cousin's wedding, all my relatives kept asking about my career plans. Uncle Tom bragged about his son landing an $85,000 analyst position at Deloitte. Everyone expected some impressive corporate announcement from the MBA graduate. That's when my dad pulled me aside, away from the celebration. His voice was quiet, ashamed. "Just promise me," he said, gripping my shoulder. "Promise me you won't stay at McDonald's longer than you have to. Don't let this become your life." I promised. How could I break his heart further? The McDonald's job was supposed to be temporary, just enough to pay rent while I kept interviewing. $9.25 an hour. Grease stains on my business clothes. Customers treating me like I was invisible. My MBA classmates stopped returning my calls. But then I started noticing things the other employees missed. The store I worked at was pulling in $12,000 daily revenue. Simple math, $4.3 million annually from one location. The franchise owner drove a Tesla, lived in a $2 million house, owned 3 other locations. I started asking questions. Turned out the franchise fee was only $45,000, but the real barrier was McDonald's approval process. They wanted proven business operators, not desperate college grads, so I became one. Worked every shift possible, learned inventory management, customer flow patterns, cost optimization. Within 6 months, I was assistant manager. Within a year, general manager. The breakthrough came when I overheard the owner complaining about his newest location, a struggling store in a rough neighborhood that corporate wanted him to close. Lease was $8,000 monthly, barely breaking even. I offered to take it over. He laughed, said I couldn't afford the risk. I showed him my analysis. The location was struggling because of poor staffing and inventory waste. I'd calculated exactly how to turn it profitable. Better scheduling, reduced food costs, community outreach to build local loyalty. He gave me a trial partnership. I'd manage it for 50% of profits above break even. Took that store from $3,200 monthly loss to $11,000 monthly profit in 8 months. That's when McDonald's corporate noticed. They fast-tracked my franchise application based on performance data. My dad found out about my first franchise purchase when he saw the paperwork on my kitchen counter. His face went white. "You bought a McDonald's?" he whispered. I showed him the financial projections. $180,000 annual profit from one location. "I'm not flipping burgers to survive, Dad," I said. "I'm building a restaurant empire." Word spread through the franchise network. Other struggling locations needed management expertise. I developed systems for operational efficiency, cost control, local marketing that worked in any market. Bought my second location after 18 months, then my fourth, then 7 more. Now I own 12 McDonald's franchises across 3 states, employ 340 people, and generated $2.1 million in personal income last year. My restaurants consistently rank in the top 10% nationwide for profitability. My dad retired at 61. I bought him a house in the same country club neighborhood where he used to do accounting for wealthy clients. Now he eats at McDonald's twice a week, my McDonald's. My Deloitte cousin just got laid off in the latest consulting downturn, still paying off his student loans. I'm opening my 13th location next month. Sometimes the best opportunities are hiding behind the golden arches everyone looks down on.